Welcome back to episode 2 of Universe Mode. This is going to showcase Main Event and SmackDown. But first, let's check out all the matches on Main Event. Summer Rae versus Emma. Then we go on to Curtis Axel versus Tyson Kidd. And in your Main Event, it will be Erick Rowan, one half of the Wyatt family, versus The Miz. Now let's simulate all 3 matches. First, we see Summer Rae pick up the victory. Unfortunately, a loss to Emma. Then, Curtis Axel picked up a victory against Tyson Kidd, a very massive win by Curtis. Then the Main Event, which Erick Rowan defeats The Miz. Now let's transition to SmackDown, and first we see Randy Orton versus R-Truth, a tag team match. Lucha Dragons versus Primetime Players, Heath Slater versus Curtis Axel, Rusev versus Neville. Then we go to our co-main event, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler for the #1 contender to fight for the world title. And in our main event, Kevin Owens versus Ryback. Now let's go to the highlights of your tag team match, Lucha Dragons versus Primetime Players. What a massive win from the Primetime Players, defeating the tag team champions in the Lucha Dragons, but it looks like the Ascension is in wait for gold. Now let's go on to Heath Slater versus Curtis Axel, and Heath Slater picks up the victory on SmackDown. Very, very exciting right there. Now Rusev versus Neville, who is going to pick up the victory, and Rusev picks up the victory against Neville. Now it is time for your #1 contendership match. Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Who will win? Who will have the chance? Who will have the opportunity to go up against Randy Orton? And it looks like Dean Ambrose could be in wait for the World Heavyweight title, as it looks like he has just defeated Dolph Ziggler. And there we have it. Dean Ambrose heading for a main event push, heading for the main event spot against Randy Orton. Now let's go on to our main event. It is Kevin Owens versus the big guy, Ryback. And here we go. This is your main event of SmackDown. And remember, this is the debut episode of SmackDown on Universe Mode. And here is Kevin Owens, your current and defending Intercontinental Champion. Tonight, he will not be defending his Intercontinental Champion. He will be going up against a future challenger, maybe a future contender for the Intercontinental Championship. If Ryback does defeat Kevin Owens, this could put Ryback into Intercontinental Championship contendership. Now this is going to be interesting. What will Kevin Owens do to try and defeat the big guy, Ryback? Ryback is not an easy opponent. And now Kevin Owens in wait of his opponent. And here we go, you hear that? You hear Ryback. You hear the music going off, and that's right, there he is. There is the big guy, Ryback. Ryback is hungry. Ryback is ready for some gold. Ryback is going one-on-one with former NXT superstar, former NXT champion, and now current Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens. This is going to be exciting. This is the main event of the debut episode of SmackDown. What is going down? What will happen? And the referee rings the bell, and here we go. We started off with trading kicks from both superstars, and now into a tie-up. Kevin Owens leans Ryback to the ropes, and it looks like the referee has to break this up. And there we go. The referee does manage to break it up. And Kevin Owens with a shot to Ryback without Ryback's knowledge of knowing that the punch was going to happen. But Ryback recovers and sends Kevin Owens to the ground. What a SmackDown we have today. We just saw a massive tag team match where primetime players defeated the Lucha Dragons. We also saw in our debut match of the debut episode of SmackDown, we saw Randy Orton go up against R-Truth. And of course, R-Truth suffered a loss from your World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton. Speaking of World Heavyweight Champions, we saw a #1 contenders match between Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. And who came out victorious out of that match? None other than Dean Ambrose. So he could potentially be a world champion in upcoming weeks, or potentially at the pay-per-view. And now we see Ryback smashing Kevin Owens' head into the mat repeatedly, going for a stomp as well. Now Ryback picks up Kevin Owens, but Owens reverses Ryback and kicks him into the midsection, but a jawbreaker there from Ryback sends him reeling, and a punch as well. Now Ryback fake out into a big boot to the head of Kevin Owens. Like I said before, Kevin Owens, former NXT superstar, former NXT champion. He has went up against names such as Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Neville, and many, many more, such as his former best friend, Sami Zayn. But don't count out Ryback. Ryback has also been champions in the past. He was a former Intercontinental Champion, and he was also a contender for the WWE World Heavyweight title in 2012. So this could be a new future for Ryback, and Ryback picking up, oh my god, Owens right into a spinebuster slam, going for the pin. Could this be it? Count of 1, count of 2, and no. Owens just manages to kick out of that. But Ryback does not let him go as he hits him with a massive kick to the spine. And now a punch. Definitely keeping Kevin Owens down on the ground. Now, what happens if Kevin Owens suffers a loss? What happens if Ryback defeats Kevin Owens? Will he become Intercontinental Champion contender? Or will Kevin Owens defeat Ryback to make sure that does not happen. Now Kevin Owens taking Ryback over the top rope onto the outside, onto the thin padded mat right there. And now Kevin Owens staring down Ryback, picking up Ryback now. What's he looking to do here? Kevin Owens sends Ryback into the barricade. And wait a minute, has him on his shoulders. Has Ryback on his shoulders into a Samoa drop onto the thin padded mat. That is painful right there, and a drop kick to follow it up while Ryback was stumbling. Wow. What a nice showcasing from these two men. Very great showcasing, and look at this. A beatdown onto Ryback, and Kevin Owens gets into the ring and breaks up his count, or his potential count. And now look at this. Going back outside, breaking the count, but Ryback manages to go back in, and Kevin Owens follows it up. Now Kevin Owens fake out into a backbreaker. Kevin Owens going for the quick pin. Could this be it? 2 count, and Ryback manages to kick out of that. Nice blow there from Kevin Owens onto Ryback's back. But now look at this. Ryback with a judo throw onto Kevin Owens. You never thought that Ryback had that into him. But look at that, rake to the eyes. Rake to the eyes of Ryback. We've seen him rake people's eyes, and no, look at that. Ryback manages to reverse whatever Kevin Owens had into a side Russian leg sweep. Now punches and kicks transpiring from both men. Irish whip into the top left corner from Kevin Owens. Now Ryback could be in trouble here. A kick sends him into the ground. Sends him onto the ground in a seated position. And there we go. A rolling cannonball from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens lands a rolling cannonball right into Ryback. And that could be it. Now look at this. Ryback is getting punished from Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens laying in the pressure onto Ryback and sending him back first into the ground. Now going for a pin. 2 count. Oh, Ryback manages to kick out. Now Ryback on the offense, but no, look at this. Now what's Kevin Owens doing? Irish whip to the bottom right corner. But Ryback manages to reverse. And now Ryback, what's he about to do? Suplex. Oh, front facing suplex right onto Kevin Owens. Bringing out the power for this. And wait a minute, Kevin Owens might be in weight. There we go, Ryback running, charging into a meat hook clothesline there. But Ryback now going for the pin. This could be a 1, 2, only a 2 count. Kevin Owens, the Intercontinental Champion, has the fight, has the guts to try and kick out of that. And remember, Kevin Owens does not fight on SmackDown very often. He has claimed to be a prize fighter. So Ryback needs to try and pull out a victory in this one if he wants to challenge Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, Kevin Owens going for the pin. 1, 2, after a chop end. Ryback manages to kick out. And look at this. Kevin Owens is just stunned. Kevin Owens is stunned on the ability of Ryback. Ryback has just got up from a chop and all other moves. Well, look at this. Ryback has him on his shoulders. Backpack stunner. Backpack stunner onto Kevin Owens. And now positioning Kevin Owens in the middle. And going for the pin. Referee does the 1, 2, and a kick out. Kevin Owens is staying in the match here. Look at this. Ryback. Ryback showing a little bit of panic right there. But now what's happening? Kevin Owens looked like he was going for a move. Kevin Owens now, look at this. Snapmare. And oh, Ryback reverses. Ryback reverses Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens now in trouble. Kevin Owens, this could be it. Ryback setting it up. Has him in a fisherman's position and marching around and into the shell shock. Hooks the leg. Referee in position. 1, 2, 3. And Kevin Owens suffers a loss against the big guy, Ryback. Your Intercontinental Champion, Kevin Owens, suffers his first loss on the debut episode of SmackDown. What a main event we just seen right there. Kevin Owens, unfortunately, suffering a loss against Ryback. but Ryback showed a lot of toughness in this match. Ryback showed that he can hang with the big guys, and that's right, he is the main big guy. So what could happen after this little match? What will happen after this match? Kevin Owens, as I stated before, suffering his first loss to the big guy, Ryback. And this is the ending moment as we see Kevin Owens going for a ride into a backpack stunner. That did not pick up the victory, but later on you'll see that Kevin Owens went for another ride into Shell Shock City. As you see there, Kevin Owens mustered out of that, kicked out of the count of 2. And here we go. Kevin Owens into a fisherman suplex position. Ready to go to Shell Shock City. Referee in the right position there. 1, 2, 3. What a SmackDown match we have brought to you. This is, once again, the debut episode of SmackDown. Hope you went to enjoy. What a match. What a main event. And don't count out that tag team match. That was also one of the best. Hope you come to join us once again. But thanks for watching the debut episode of SmackDown.